Welcome back to the Footprints in the Divine Corridors series. Jin Chao. Today we take you to a temple in Vietnam. Fascinating aspect of this temple is that unlike any other temple in this series, this temple enshrines a great philosopher and a teacher. Vietnam, with its fascinating landscapes, deep history, epic culture, delicious food, is truly special. Today, we are going to visit the majestic temple of literature, also known as Van Mieu. This temple is a temple of learning built in the 11th century, dedicated to the great Chinese philosopher Confucius. This temple is located right in the heart of Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. One of the most important ancient landmarks of Hanoi is the Temple of Literature, Van Mieu. In Vietnamese language, Van means literature, Mieu means temple. This temple also hosts the Imperial Academy, Vietnam's first national university. Emperor Li Thanh Tong built the Temple of Literature in the year 1070 to worship the great Chinese philosopher Confucius. In 1076, Emperor Li Thanh Tong built the Imperial Academy dedicated to the king's children and noble families. This academy was considered as the first university in Vietnam. Almost 2 centuries later, under Tran Thoi Tong, this academy was expanded as National Academy to accept the civilian children also. After more than 10 centuries, Van Mieu still retains its ancient glory. The layout of Temple of Literature is along the north-south axis. The whole complex covers an area of 54,000 square meters. The exterior area consists of Lake of Literature and Gyam Garden. The interior area consists of 5 courtyards in different styles. Lake of Literature, also known as Ho Gyam, is located in front of the main gate. Kim Chow Mound in the middle of the lake is the place where literary discourses were conducted in olden times. Gyam Garden is located on the west side of the temple, displaying ornamental plants and octagonal houses. There are 4 pillars in front of the temple. The middle pillars have 2 lions facing each other. The remaining 2 pillars are topped with 4 phoenixes. Now we are at the main entrance of the temple, the Van Mieu Gate, a 2-story gate with 3 doors. The upper floor has 3 letters indicating the name Van Mieu Mon in ancient Chinese characters, meaning Van Mieu Gate. The interior area of the Temple of Literature is divided into 5 courtyards, each of which is surrounded by brick walls. There is a temple for the great Chinese philosopher Confucius in Chufu, his birthplace at Shandong province in China. The interesting fact is that Van Mieu's layout is similar to the layout of this Chinese temple. Now we are in front of the entrance gate to the first courtyard. The smaller gates on the sides are called virtue and talent gates respectively, implying that a successful person should have both talent and virtue. Entering through the great middle gate, we find ourselves in a lovely garden. In this courtyard, there are 2 small ponds on each side of the garden and 3 walking paths. In the olden days, the middle path was used by the king and the royal family. The other 2 paths on the sides were for students and common people. The second courtyard is known as the Courtyard of Great Success. It features the Pavilion of Constellation, Q Wan Pavilion, a unique architectural work built in 1805. The Q Wan Pavilion is built on 4 stone stilts. At the top is a red-colored ceiling with 2 circular windows and an elaborate roof. Inside, a bronze bell hangs from the ceiling to be rung on auspicious occasions. With its unique architecture and symbolic meaning for Vietnamese literature, the image of this pavilion of constellation is even featured on the Vietnamese currency for 100,000 dongs. The third courtyard starts with a square-shaped well, which is also known as the Well of Heavenly Clarity, Thien Kong Well. It is believed that this well functions as a mirror observing the best essence of the universe. The square well represents the earth, while the circle at the top of the pavilion represents the sky, which creates a harmony between the earth and the sky. On both sides of the Well of Heavenly Clarity, we can see Dr. Stles, which are upright stone slabs with inscriptions mounted on stone tortoises. Tortoise is considered a symbol of wisdom and longevity in Vietnamese tradition. The construction of these steles began in the year 1484 under the Emperor Li Tong. He erected 116 steles with elaborate motifs to honor talent. Now only 82 remain. Each stele recorded details of candidates who successfully passed the state royal examination held at the National Academy from 1442 to 1779. This is such a precious historical resource. Hence, the stelae were inscribed on UNESCO's Memory of the World Register in 2011. As we enter the gate of great success, the fourth courtyard sprawls in front of us. The stunning house of ceremonies and the temple for Confucius located in this courtyard are the largest structures in the entire complex. Wooden ceilings supported by wooden beams and red columns adorned with antique lanterns make the house of ceremonies one of the prettiest sights in the temple complex. Right in the middle of the sanctuary, there is an altar which is the sacred place to worship ancestors. In the altar, there must be 5 basic elements representing metal, wood, water, fire, and earth filled with offerings. On either side of the altar, there is a pair of crane and turtle representing harmony and eternity. The other hall houses the temple for the legendary philosopher and teacher Confucius. His 4 closest disciples, Yanhui, Zenshen, Jisi, and Mencius, are also worshipped here. The sanctuary also hosts altars to 10 honored philosophers. This is where most Vietnamese, especially students, visit to worship the great teacher Confucius and seek his blessings. We also bow to the great philosopher. Now we are entering the fifth courtyard, which houses Vietnam's first academy that was established in the year 1076. The fifth courtyard is made up of 2 floors. The ground floor has the statue of Chu Van An, a great teacher and the first rector of the Imperial Academy who devoted all his life to Vietnamese education. There are also pictures and artifacts about Confucian education in Vietnam at that time. The upper floor is where people worship the 3 kings who contributed most to the foundation of the temple and the academy. In 1946, the whole structure was completely destroyed in the First Indochina War. The present Imperial Academy was reconstructed in the year 2000, including a new bell house and drum house. Van Mieu is an important monument for education. During the graduation season, one can witness hundreds of students in graduation gowns and traditional odai posing for photos and seeking blessings in the temple. The Temple of Literature is considered as one of the most sacred places in Hanoi. What stands now is a spectacular example of Indo-Chinese architecture. It is incredible that this Temple of Literature, Van Mieu, even after almost 1000 years, through multiple wars and restorations, still retains its original architectural splendor. Hope you enjoyed this journey through the unique Temple of Literature. We will soon take you through the divine corridors of another ancient temple in a different country, Tam Viet. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon. Bye from Shanti and Ganeshan.